Traveler.
Hey there, Kalamina! Are you done checking out the festive amusements already? Are you sure you don't want to look around some more? You might not get another opportunity like this for a while.
Right now, what I'd like to do is... Thank you. But I think I've had enough fun for one night. I've made plenty of precious memories.
Really? You're sure you don't want to have a little more fun out there? Final answer!
Yes, I am sure. This was the most fun I've ever had on a moon prayer night. Everywhere I went, people were saying, "Welcome home," and there were friends at every turn. I only wish it could last longer than one night.
Oh.
Yes, you're right. The moon prayer blossoms.
Ooh, look! Look!
Moon prayer night is here! The moon. It's so beautiful.
Happy Moon Prayer Night, dear.
Happy moon prayer night!
Happy Moon Prayer Night.
Aww.
Huh.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh. Looks like the time has come.
Columbina.
You'll be heading off now?
Yes, to the ruins you mentioned. And from there, back home to the moon.
Wait! I know? At least...
Take one of our craft shop's crumb cookies up to the moon with you. You know, for a snack.
Sure, why not?
The Curatorium of Secrets believes in proper farewells. No story should be left without a satisfactory endnote.
Never.
Farewells are an important affair for the Ratniki, too. We never know when we might meet again.
Haha! And here I thought grand farewells wouldn't suit tonight's mood. But I suppose friendly passion is not to be stopped, eh?
We made a little something for you, Columbina. Ta-da!
What is it?
A Moon Prayer Night greeting card with drawings by all of your friends.
You did mention that you'd like a portrait done, so I took the liberty of creating one for you.
I, meanwhile, did the portrait of Mr. Albedo. And Mr. Varka did the same for me.
I mean, I think my work was pretty true to life, don't you think?
The picture of Ashru was my doing. The two of you seem to get along rather well.
Wait, was I the only one who did a full-body picture? That's so embarrassing.
I did pictures of me and Anefa.
I did my own portrait and one for Hat Guy.
Plus, there's the two If you ever miss us, just flip the card open and we'll all be right there with you.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, everyone. This whole moon prayer night was more than I could have ever asked for. It is the greatest gift I have ever received. Lama, I figured it out.
Figured what out?
Remember how the Frost Moon Scions used to use milk as invisible ink to write hidden messages?
That was a very long time ago. Oh, are you saying?
Yes. When I miss you all, I shall use moonlight in the same way, to write words that only you can see upon the moon itself.
Wow, that sounds lovely.
Quite. But how will we see them?
Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written.
That sounds most fitting indeed. Very true to form.
I'll try to write them in places that won't disturb your sleep.
I, for one, would sleep all the better for having read one of your messages before settling down for the night.
Exactly. So don't worry about disturbing anyone's sleep. Just promise you'll write to let us know you're okay, alright?
All right. I promise.
In that case, Columbina, are you ready?
I'm ready. Very well. Let's go. In just a few moments, I will be gone. I still don't know what to expect on the moon. Will I really be able to send messages to my friends? The Kuhenki, the animals of Nod Cry. I'll never get to see them again. I wonder where I'll be when the next moon prayer night comes. This is where the people of Hyperborea used to communicate with the moons.
Eternal moon, frost moon, iridescent moon. When the power of all three converge,
The gate to the moons shall open.
The moon marrows are in position. Only the final step remains.
I'm sure Nasha Town is livelier than ever at this moment.
Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't be there for it, but it's now or never, right?
It's fine. I'm more than happy with this. My last piece of luggage. My only piece of luggage. I can already feel the moon calling to me.
This ray of light will lead you home, Columbina.
from now on, we will at last have a reason to pray to the true moon.
Columbina.
Yes? I'm listening.
Be sure to come back and see us when you get the chance.
Of course.
But if that chance doesn't come, then remember that you have friends on this planet. People who will miss Columbina.
Yes, I will. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us. Well then, farewell, my friends. Thank you. This was my happiest night in Tevat.
Farewell, Columbina.
The moon really is closer than ever tonight.
Columbina.
All 3 moons in one place. Time for one final experiment. Reason, life, death, time and space. They all believed I would fail. But Tevat's primordial power never did belong to the throne of heaven. And now, they are mine.
Is free to wield the 3 moons' power. It's the only way. I guess I won't be going home today.
Columbina! No!
World, do not try to control me!
Columbina.
Are you alright? Do your wounds still hurt?
I had someone prepare a little medicine that could prove effective. Take it if you need to.
In that case, let me relate the contents of the call we made to Alice after the incident occurred.
That Dottore is a crafty one. He distracted the Hexenzirkel by creating a huge fuss at Tevat's borders. I'd assumed that the cause was an abyssal intrusion from the outside world, which in fairness is a rather common occurrence. But after learning that you managed to influence the phantoms in Nodcry, I realized that perhaps this interference could have come from within Tevat instead.
But we weren't able to change their fates.
True, you couldn't change how their stories ended, but you did build some variables around yourself.
Variables?
Yes. Things you heard that you could not otherwise have learned. Ideas that would otherwise have never crossed your mind. All these things are variables. Of course, most variables usually pale into insignificance with the myriad of possibilities floating around. But the moment you start treating them as building blocks and intentionally stacking them, that changes things. That's what Dottore did, and it's how he created the necessary conditions so that when you activated the portal tonight, it played right into his plan.
However, we have no way of knowing exactly what he did.
Yeah, we also need to ascertain Columbina's status.
And that about sums it up.
As I suspected, Dottore has disappeared completely. If it's any consolation, he wasn't able to control Columbina as he might have wished to.
Oh no! What? She did what? All we saw was Dottore appeared and used some kind of power. The next thing we knew, he and Columbina were gone and you were falling into the sea.
So, Columbina intentionally opened the Moon Gate and escaped into the same mysterious world as Rerir and Thalindis.
Sounds like bad news.
Seen in that way, the trilunar syzygy and Rerir's emergence, Dottore might have been pulling the strings in both cases. According to Miss Alice, he is attempting to transcend his destiny and finish an experiment that only a god might complete.
An utter lunatic.
Wait a sec, where's Hat Guy? Seems like he'd want to be here for this.
He took off with the Dodo communication device after we spoke to Alice. He said he had a hunch that he wanted to investigate by himself. The look on his face was terrifying. I've never seen him like that before.
I'm back.
Hat guy!
I went to look for the Hyperborean phantoms again. I think I've gotten to the bottom of it. I got them to talk to Nicole on the other end of the communications line. Turns out, the history they describe is different from how Nicole remembers it.
Really? But how? Surely Nicole can't have been wrong.
Because the phantoms are the ones who are deceived. They speak of a savior who appeared in their history. one who never should have existed. This savior promised to create a new moon within the false sky, and even bring back their moon goddesses. Foolishly, they believed in him, and told him everything he wanted to know about the moons. It's obvious that this was Dottore doing.
Now you mention it, the first time we entered the Hyperborean ruins, we heard the phantoms discussing their history, and I remember Nicole commenting that something sounded a little strange.
But Dottore shouldn't have been able to get in there in the first place!
He didn't. Nicole said that this was an anomalous state triggered by disruptions in the causal connections between phantoms from the same era. The variables that Dottore put in place were substantial enough that they even affected phantoms that he never met.
So it's not that their memories were unclear. They'd been...
That's exactly the possibility Dottore was trying to manufacture. He turned these variables into knowledge and engineered the situation so all that knowledge would fall into his hands. Then, he harnessed that knowledge on Moon Prayer Night to truly create a false moon.
How is that even possible?
To be precise, he exploited a weakness in the way the spell works. The spell senses Kuvaki to detect the moon's location. So, as long as the false moon more strongly resembled the moon than the frost moon beyond the skies, the gate would teleport Columbina to the false moon's location. In other words, to Dottore's side. Once he had her under control, the teleportation spell remained active, and he manipulated her power to seize both moon marrows.
At that moment, the moon marrows disappeared right before our eyes. It was already too late, even as we were leaving the ruins.
By then, Dottore had already amassed the power of all 3 moons.
So, where does that leave us? What do we do now?
I'd certainly like to know what Her Majesty thinks, now that the concerns I expressed to her have come to pass. But we cannot simply sit and wait for her to decide the matter. And in any case, it is not the Fatui Harbinger Damselette who sees us as her friends, but rather Columbina Hyposelenia. If, even in such extreme circumstances, Her Majesty will not lift the prohibition on Harbingers drawing steel against one another, then I will do as my heart demands. I will fight as Peruware instead.
Oh, Arlecchino!
Time is short, so I'll make the first move.
Whew. Even Arlecchino seems to be losing her cool now.
All right. Lose those dejected looks for a moment and let me get a word in. It looks bad, I won't lie. Very bad, in fact. So Dottore's pulled some real dirty tricks to gain the upper hand. For now. And yeah, it's to the point where even the mages say that his variables have affected destiny. I'm not so sure, though. Many have told me that Tevat's destiny is fixed, and that does appear to be the case. Well, what makes Dottore so sure he'll be the exception? And since he was able to stack these variables up, who's to say we can't do the same? You of all people should not be discouraged, traveler from afar. This isn't over yet. And you're not alone in that. Everyone here does, whether they've spoken thus far or not. But none of us are the type to sit back and wait for the sun to shine again. That's exactly how a knight should roll. If they knock you down, you get back up and get back in it. Don't forget, Honorary Knight, you're a legitimate member of Mondstadt 2.
Mark is right. This is far from over. Dottoro's already way overdue a butt-kicking given his past shenanigans. And after this, he's earned himself a double dose.
That's what I'm talking about. How's everyone else feeling?
I'll use Kuvaki to investigate Columbina's whereabouts. I am not ready to give up either.
Leave the intel gathering to me. Whatever happens within Nodcry's borders, when the Curatorium of Secrets wants to be in the know, we always find a way.
Aino and I will do all we can to support you. We will attempt to reverse engineer Dotori's actions and seek a breakthrough that way.
Alice and Nicole are busy dealing with an emergency at Tevat's borders, so they can't return just yet. But they're both very angry about this. They've asked Albedo and me to act on the Hexenzirkel's behalf and do everything in our power to fight back against Dottori.
Are you ready then? We're going to have to conduct a lot of research, even in the early stages.
I'll do my best.
As for me, I'm pretty familiar with Dottori's way of doing things, so I can try to predict his next move. I'll help with your investigation.
Nice! Looks like we have our basic division of labor. I'll get in touch with Flints and Itlua, get them to have a chat with their Starshiner. It couldn't hurt to bring the Lightkeepers on board as well. At the same time, I'll pass on instructions to the Knights present in Nodcry to assist the Lightkeepers and other organizations in ensuring the safety of those living here.
Yeah! We'll show him!
That's it then. Good luck, everyone.
I never thought that Columbina would become my real name. It went from being a Fatui code name to something my friends call me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us.
It's about time we headed over to the Curatorium of Secrets. We have something super important to discuss. You remember, right? Looks like the gang's all here!
Yep, all ready. How about you two? Green and good to go?
Paimon's ready!
Great, let's get rolling then. Great. Well, first things first.
Wait.
Someone's here. We heard your footsteps. Although...
You've been here for a while now. I take it you followed the Traveler, but I don't sense any ill intent in you.
Come on.
I figured it wouldn't take you long to notice me. I come bearing news from my lady, the knave.
Dottore went through the motions of returning to Snezhnaya, but it was obviously a facade. However, he has not returned to the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, nor has he made an appearance in Nasha Town.
Well, in that case, he'll be in his lab way up north. I always wondered why he applied for his own private pad. He was planning this all along.
Tell them that Sandrone and I will go on ahead. If they still intend to pursue this matter, they should meet us at the research center in the northern tip of Nodcry.
Nice of Columbina's two best friends to think of us. We appreciate the heads up. Our sincere thanks to the Fatui for your aid.
Lady Damselette may have left our organization, but at least some of her colleagues remain genuinely concerned for her well-being. Not to mention that the doctor's increasingly cryptic conduct gives us great cause for alarm. We have crossed swords many times before, but it's not personal. We're just on different sides. We don't lack humanity. And so, as fellow friends of Lady Damselette, it's only right that you should be in the know about this.
Arlecchino's situational awareness has saved us a lot of trouble.
I'll leave the map here with you. If you do decide to head to the research center, please proceed with caution. And remember, at least while you're in Nodcry, Lady Arlecchino's subordinates are your comrades if you want them to be.
This is very accommodating of you. We can't thank you enough.
Just doing my duty. I shall take my leave now. If you need us, you'll find us at the Experimental Design Bureau.
So, the doctors left the Experimental Design Bureau and headed to some research center up north.
Marionette seems to think he's been planning this for a long time. But when did it start? Before he even arrived in Nodcry?
It seems his loyalty to the Tsaritsa is lip service at most. Behind the scenes, he may even be working against her.
Whatever his motives, we know that he's decisive and incredibly ruthless. Facing him unprepared would be a recipe for disaster.
At this stage, it's difficult to predict his next steps. I suggest we split into two groups. We need some people to stay behind and guard Nasha Town.
Well, as much as I'd love to help, infiltrating research labs isn't really my area of expertise. But at least take Cool Your Jet's Ducky with you. It should be some help during the battle.
And as for Miss Inefa, I suppose you will stay to protect Miss Aino?
Detecting operational logic. Protect Aino. Priority. High.
Just in case, Servarka, I think it would be best if you stayed behind as well. You can leave the research center to us.
I mean, I would have said the Knight of Berea should probably be out on the front line, but okay, fine. Leave Nasha Town to me. Be careful out there, okay? If things get out of hand, fall back right away.
Yehoda will be on hand to assist you. In my absence, she can handle any intel gathering work.
You got it, boss. You guys make sure to get back here in one piece, all right?
We will.
Things are moving fast. We'd better head off soon if we hope to keep pace.
So, it's infiltrate a secret research facility, or... Yeah, alright. Paimon will help out here instead. Sounds like it's gonna be a pretty intense fight.
We all have to bring our A game here. So, anything you need to wrap up before we leave?
Then you'd better get going.
Very well. these broken machines on the ground. Someone got here before us. Could it be Arlecchino and Sandrone? That's quite a welcome party.
Observe.
It all adds up. The mystery unravels. No more lies.
By the frostmen of old.
You poor lost lamb.
Close your eyes. The long sleep beckons.
Get back! I said get back! Do you hear me? Why isn't it working? No! Don't come any closer! Don't!
Be silent.
You poor souls. May your spirits find peace.
Grab that key on the ground. We'll probably need it at some point.
Watch out. There's no way forward. Let's go around.
What the? Trespassers? Here? What's wrong with you people?
We're looking for the doctor, and we understand he might be here. I see you're fleeing the facility.
You looking to settle a score with the doctor? Good luck with that. I don't think you have many chances left.
Perhaps. But you might have a chance to live if you start talking.
2 other Harbingers had the same idea as you. They're already inside. But what good is it gonna do? The doctor wouldn't do something like this unprepared.
Seems to me that you're not too thrilled about being his subordinate. Also, is it just me, or do I sense monsters nearby? If you'd prefer their company to ours, that can easily be arranged.
We need to know what the doctor is up to. Please, if you know anything at all, tell me. This is about more than us versus the doctor. His actions could have consequences for all of Nodcry. And perhaps even your homeland, Snezhnaya.
He's building something. Ambitious doesn't even begin to describe it. Feels like this could be the big one. God knows how long he's been planning it. A while back, he told us he'd be returning to Snezhnaya. We weren't expecting him back so soon. This time he brought some gemstones with him, or something. 2 of them.
The moon marrow spheres. He stole them from their rightful owner, Columbina.
Oh, Lady Damselette? Last I heard, she left the Fatui. Before she went, she told us she'd finished what Her Majesty asked of her, and wished to focus on some personal matters. I remember thinking that leaving us might not be the best choice. I mean, I always looked up to the captain the most, and... Back when this all started, the higher-ups dispatched 3 units to Nodcry to execute their plan. They were led by the Doctor, Marionette, and the Damselette, respectively. I was a part of the Damselette's unit to begin with. She never really interacted with us much. In fact, she seemed sort of detached from everything. Not because she was distracted, just felt like she was indifferent to the world around her. Like she had no stake in anything that happened. She always seemed like she was staring off into the distance. Almost as if she didn't see anything worth living for in the present, so she had to look further afield. That's right. She always used to stare up at the sky. The Doctor used to stand nearby and watch her. Apparently they got along well at first, but somewhere along the way, she grew wary of him. Started avoiding him as much as possible. After she left, everyone in our unit merged with the Doctor's. He's similarly indifferent to the world, except when it comes to the moons. He seems to have big plans for them. Right now, obtaining the 3 moons is his #1 priority. He even said, if he can only get his hands on 2 of them, he'll create a 3rd one himself.
How would he create an artificial moon marrow? Maybe the knowledge he gained from the Hyperborean phantoms has something to do with it.
Thank you for cooperating. We appreciate the level of detail.
I get the sense that you'd serve under Columbina again if you had the chance. Would that be fair?
No, she's no longer a Harbinger. As a member of the Fatui, my loyalty will always belong to the Tsaritsa. I'm only telling you all this because I don't completely trust the Doctor. His actions do not align with the goals that first brought us to Nodcry.
I understand. We'll do everything within our power to stop him. The Knaves unit is based at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau. Maybe you can seek refuge with them.
Well, now we know what's going on here. Artificial moon marrow. He's likely well on the way to completing it. Dottore technological capabilities are far more advanced than I thought.
I fear this could get ugly. Everyone, prepare yourselves.
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Leave this place.
Water jet! Wipe out!
Forest, protect us. By the frost.
It all adds up.
Water jet!
Observe. Be silent. Night falls. Observe. Welcome, one and all. I've been expecting you. I hope my humble research facility is to your liking.
Yeah, we really appreciated fighting our way in through a horde of monsters.
The gall. You expect us to believe you've just been patiently waiting for...
Of course I have. Should I be worried about something? Everything seems to be going quite smoothly so far, and you've shown up right on schedule. First Sandrone and Arlecchino, now you. Quite a surfeit of guests I've had today. If you were looking for them, I should probably mention that Arlecchino disappeared as soon as she entered the facility. As for Sandrone, why, she stood right here only moments ago demanding answers from me at the top of her voice. Hardly out of character. She never was one for basic courtesy. But I have to admit, I was a little surprised to see her showing concern for someone besides herself. Does everyone you associate with undergo such a change in temperament? Speaking as a researcher, I have to say, it is not a change for the better. It threatens one's ability to remain objective. Well, since you ask...
So you've got your hands on the moon marrow, and now you're claiming godhood. Don't you think that's a bit of a stretch, Dottore?
I must protest what you are insinuating with that phrase, claiming godhood. I am not claiming anything. I am stating a fact. You're a researcher. I'm sure you appreciate the distinction between the two.
Huh? Wait, you really think you're all that? You'll excuse me if I'm not being a polite little lady for you. We're colleagues. We both know what kind of person you are.
By the same token, I knew you'd respond along those lines. You and I both understand that facts speak louder than words. To that end, I've had my people send you a small gift. It should go some way toward helping you understand my present position.
What gift? Where have all your troops gone?
Who knows? Perhaps they are already marching toward a new world, following in the footsteps of an unknown god. As vulgar and arrogant as you may be, dear Sandrone, I have no intention of taking out my displeasure on your subordinates. They will enjoy equal rights to my own.
You sent your people to the Experimental Design Bureau? That's a Saritsa's property.
Yes, and I am very mindful of Her Majesty's instructions. But you know full well that they do not conflict with my present goals. In which case, all I'm doing is conducting another one of my experiments. Is there a problem with that? Now then, you have a judgment call to make. Am I simply lying to stall you? Or is it possible that every word I am saying is the truth? In which case, your subordinates really are in danger.
So now you've turned on fellow Fatui soldiers. You're completely insane.
I have set a new rule for myself. Each person gets one chance. Naturally, that includes you, Sandrone. If you wish to leave, I won't stop you. We are colleagues, after all.
Scumbag!
Still, I hadn't counted on Sandrone sparing any thought for the people of this world. Shame. I always found her self-centeredness to be one of her few better qualities. How can she ever hope to achieve greatness when she's so obsessed with protecting her little design bureau?
It's more than a little disingenuous to speak of achieving greatness while taking hostages. Or does honor no longer mean anything to you?
Honor? I have the marrow of 2 moons in my possession and will soon complete the construction of a 3rd. I will be the god of a new world. And you speak to me of honor? How charmingly naive.
Those are sacred relics. You do not deserve them.
In my view, many in this world do not deserve to be alive. And yet, I mercifully permit them to go on living, do I not?
You'll come to regret your actions.
Will I now? Let's see if you can make me.
The night cometh. Close your eyes.
An exact
Seek within. Can't hide the truth. Let's see your nails.
For the everlasting forest, you poor lost lamb.
Target acquired.
Go! Bombs away! Yeah.
Are you quite finished?
Is that the best
Observe.
you can do?
Be silent.
You won't feel a thing. An exact practice.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Your assistance.
Arlecchino. They see you as an ally. What a farce. You're clearly here to destroy my research, not me.
I'd say your research is more valuable than mine. Am I wrong?
Shatter like a reflection.
By the frost moon of old.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Is that the best you can get?
Close your eyes.
Overruled. Forest, protect us.
Is this all it takes to tire you?
Witness my lies.
You won't feel a thing.
Laid bare.
How's this?
Luscious the moonlight.
Be silent. Observe.
Night falls. Disappointing.
For the everlasting forest.
The deception ends here.
Your actions betray your fear of me.
It all adds up.
Wipe out!
Overruled. This is very fun.
Can't hide the truth.
With one heart, we pray.
Dottore is too powerful with the artificial moon marrow in his arsenal. Fighting him is futile. Quickly.
How's this?
Let's go.
I've always thought it is wiser to flee than surrender.
Watch out!
What the? Forget about me! You should...
Where's the traveler?
What just happened? Nasha Town? How did I get here? Strange. I remember being trapped by Dottore during the battle, and now, all of a sudden, I'm here. Something weird is going on. I guess I'll start by exploring the area.
Huh? Traveler? What brings you here at this hour?
Huh?
What are you in the mood for today? A hot dog? Or something else? We've got some special discounts at the moment. Want to see the menu?
Sorry, I'm not hungry right now.
Ah. Well, feel free to take a seat for now. Let me know if you change your mind.
Everyone seems to be acting normal. Am I just overthinking?
Oh, darling, look who it is. One of our regular customers. Get the traveler something to eat, would you, dear?
Wait, Why is he talking like that?
Well, I'd love to, but can't serve a customer unless they order something. Anyway, I take it your business is wrapped up?
Yes, thankfully. It was a long trip, and it's left me feeling pretty exhausted. But the upshot is, I won't have to leave again for a good while. We can have some quality time to ourselves.
Wait. These two are a couple? I see some kids around too. I didn't know they had a family.
Hey there! I haven't seen you in ages! What's keeping you so busy? I've been looking forward to playing with you again. You forgot already? You're silly. Daddy brought you over to our house recently. We had some snacks together.
What is she talking about?
We've had a lot of customers over the last few days, so we've been real busy. And like my mom always says, some people are more than just customers. They're friends. Oh! Another customer's arrived! I better go see what they want.
This is all wrong. I never once heard the owner of this restaurant talk about their family. It certainly isn't a family-run business. And that child, I don't recognize her at all. Could this be a false memory?
Very good. I knew you had it in you. Aren't you going to try the house special?
When did he show up? No, none of this is real.
You don't seem to like it here. That's fine. We can change venues.
I'm still alive. Where is this place? It took all my strength to open the moon gate, and then I leapt into it. So this is the moon's reflection? The mysterious realm beyond the gate? I can't sense anything. I guess I could try opening the gate once more. No response. Maybe this space can't be opened from inside. If this was the space that killed both Revier and his lover, then why am I unscathed? Or... no. I'm not unscathed. Even the air here feels frozen in place. There is nothing here with which I can restore my power. I should conserve my strength and proceed with caution. I don't believe Dotori's scheming will stop just because I escaped. If there is any chance that I can get back to the others, any chance at all, I must return. Emptiness. Silence. What is this place? Or maybe the real question is, what is it for? What's this? Looks like it responds to my power. Like Kuvaki. Is it some sort of guide? And why does it feel so familiar? I might as well follow it.